This is Ali'i Beach Park, the gateway to the north shore of Oahu. You're watching the Hawaiian Pro QS 10,000. Deivid Silva, Vasco, Ribeiro, Torrey, Meister, and Shayden, Pacarro, Brazil, Portugal. First on the
Looks
QS.
like Silva got a wave to start this thing out. Little snap to tail slide. Another one. Beautiful work right there on that second snap, and then a little foam climb. So he's going to start it out with a 5.33 and get himself on the board. Right here you can see him pushing and then releasing the tail into the corner right here. Again, coming around, and this one right here, nice little quick whip in the corner.
Judges set the scale when the buzzer blows. And here goes Vasco Ribeiro. So Vasco, no doubt, had a fire lit under him when his good buddy Federico Moraes qualified for the championship tour. A lot of people thought Vasco was going to be the first. 5,200 points.
A little replay right here for Vasco. He's been out here surfing every day after the contest, so he knows what's going on out here. And a couple lip slams and then finishes with a little tail drift at the end there. So
it's all fun, like whatever. The first and second are great, so I don't really pay attention to who's in the heat. So I'm stoked up.
Closest to the curl will be given priority.
And if you paddle for a wave, make an effort for it, that means you've used your priority. Shayden, Pacarro. Around here they say FBI. The Hawaii and the Tahiti Nui region get himself the points he needed to qualify to get into this Dan's Triple Crown of surfing. Meanwhile, Torrey Meister blasting the backside reverse. Have you seen Torrey's video parts?
Gigantic waves and getting barreled. And then here he is at, 3 foot, 4 foot face Haleiwa, kicking out the tail, doing reverses and kicking around. And he does some crazy good surfing in smaller waves, not to mention a huge fan of Western Wednesdays. There's Pacarro's wave. So Vasco Ribeiro, we'll get back to that after this.
Silva, that slidey opening turn, goes up in the lip. And a couple turns through this mid portion, so nicely done, but man, I was expecting something wild on that second turn. He was winding up, maneuvered here. Watch the second turn here, that's kind of what we're talking about.
So he snaps it off the top right here, and then right here he's got a wind up, he's got a section, he goes up to hit it, and he kind of pulls back off the lip where he could have kind of let it fly, and then he does a couple lip lines, kind of floater, easy turns on the end there. So he's going to put himself in a very commanding place in his heat.
Vasco Ribeiro on his backhand. Down the line, a quick snap. Big, powerful surfer from Portugal.
Chance here in Hawaii. Here he is. He's going to have a little bit better wave selection, though. These waves he's catching, not giving him the opportunities I think he needs.
It will be Deivid Silva. Now we'll see if he opens it up. He does. Man, he must have an earpiece in listening to us. Because he's got his base now with 2 solid scores. Now he's going to cut loose. Here goes Vasco now on a right. Kind of rare. We haven't seen many rights. But thankfully, everyone just saw that. That was a beautiful snap from Vasco Ribeiro. Now Shayden Pacarro. Just caught behind a little bit, trying to get on the open face. Late hit. Goes down. That would have been a tough turn.
Here's a replay of Pacarro. A little lip slam, but got caught behind it. Unfortunate for him right there. And then Ribeiro. A little sweep back into the corner. Then this turn just driving. Power through the tail out. A little progression with the slide. Then kicks out nice and clean. See him bottom turn. That section just perfectly presented itself. And he took full advantage, blowing the tail out over the back, nose picking a little bit, pushing the tail.
It's as good a turn as you could do on that section.
That was a solid turn right there.
Torrey Meister from the Big Island. Spends a lot of time here on the north shore of Oahu. Couple turns there, snap. Kind of just fighting from behind that entire wave, but completed it nonetheless.
Know this.
Okay,
let's walk through this. Let's walk through these replays real quick. Torrey, he looks like he's fighting on this wave, and having that kind of, struggle streak just doesn't equate to a big score. Even though you're putting up maneuvers, there's not a lot of flow. There wasn't a lot of tech.
Portugal in second, Torrey Meister and Shayden Pacarro third and fourth. Here goes Vasco Ribeiro. It's second priority. So Deivid pretty much let him go on this wave. Didn't work out well for Vasco Ribeiro. So waiting patiently out the back, Deivid Silva. That means Shayden Pacarro can go straight up into the lip. Speeding down the line on a wind-blown wave. He goes down, looking tough.
Let's get through this replay real quick, and I'll get to that point. Pacarro throwing it up into the lip, trying to bring it home, but a little late to the party. And he's going to leave alone on that one. Vasco snapping away on the open face into that wind. Big frame kind of pushing through it, so still though coming undone on
a tear.
On a tear. I mean, really looking confident.
Who will be next? Will it be Vasco Ribeiro? This wave growing down the line. Third turn. Making a lot out of a little. Vasco. Fourth turn didn't go his way, but he did some damage. Seconds to go. Let's take a look at Vasco Ribeiro, a big guy. Surfs small waves really well.
He's got a lot of flow. He knows how to, his boards are perfectly foiled out for him to go to work on the smaller surf.
Torrey Meister, you can tell he's winding up for something big. It wasn't pretty. I don't know how he did that.
Waves are like this. You really got to try and find maybe the second and third wave of a set, because look at how much wind he's got to deal with. With all that there, it's like, it's almost, it makes your job a lot harder.
Everything's fighting against him here.
Yeah, so, he gets the board, he whips it out.
Again, this guy's been in priority this whole heat. Deivid Silva, pumping down the line, looking to the lip, slamming it. Deep bottom turn, or high kick, frontside snap, releases the tail in his last turn, gets blown out the back of that whitewater.
It's a priority right now, so.
All right, Torrey Meister now. Torrey doesn't need much to make magic happen. Big tail sliding turn. Fighting through the flat spot, and he has no real choice. That wave just kind of passes out from underneath him. Who will it be? It will be Shayden Pacarro, another surfer from the Big Island, up into the lip. But again, just out of position, caught behind, goes down.
A little bit of a wasted opportunity right there.
In the Men's World Cup, Sunset Beach.
There's Silva's wave. Surfed really well for a 5.77. Bettered his score with this thing. Didn't really quite make that last maneuver, though.
Probably would have been a 6 if he made that last turn.
And here's Torrey's attempt at the 6.24. Came up with a 4.13. Wave just didn't offer up enough down the line. Petering out.
13 seconds to go. Silva, frontside ollie. He's out. 3 seconds to go. Any chance at the back? No chance.
Negative, Ghost Rider. Do not buzz the tower. This heat is over.
So our two surfers from the Big Island going down to Portugal's Vasco Ribeiro and Brazil's Deivid Silva. We got a lot of surfing to come. Pacarro and Pete Melda join us in the booth. Stay tuned. You're watching the Hawaiian Pro.